Hey there, I'm the MadCatster. Am I glad to see you here? Well, the Ace family has basically admitted that it lied, and you're saying to yourself, about what? What could it be? Well, I've got the answers, so buckle up and let's go. So Sybil is upstairs. I don't know what's going on. I tried to get her to come down, but she's in bed already. And oh, Amelie, my oldest cat, Amelie says, please subscribe. Amelie said, please help her get to 20,000 subscribers. We're almost there, people. So please subscribe. Please like the video. Now, we're going to talk about 3 things tonight with the Ace family. The first is they're leaving and coming back to YouTube. The second is they're now talking about this mega wedding again. And Catherine, I love it. You're going to see in a minute. But Catherine basically compares their wedding to the royal family weddings. So other than Catherine sharing a similar first name with Kate Middleton, that's about all she has in common with the royal family. So I'm sorry, but I don't think you're going to get as many viewers for your wedding as Kate and William did. But the third thing we're going to talk about is this giveaway for Catherine's Tesla and the really bizarre and very confusing and questionable terms that they've got for this giveaway. So let's go. So the Ace family made a video recently, and we've talked in my last video about the new giveaway they're doing for Catherine's Tesla. And if you didn't watch that video, go watch it. They made a video on YouTube where they not only talk about that, but they talked about a couple of other things. So I watched the video and I was kind of chuckling to myself because if you remember back last March 2022, they had made a video where they said, we're leaving YouTube. We're going to be traveling around the world, and this is the last year for the Ace family on YouTube.
Sad news, maybe?
The sad news is, which is today's title, this is the last year that the Ace family will be on YouTube. We've been talking about how we're going to make this year, 2022, our last year on YouTube, because next year in 2023, we want to do a lot of traveling with the family.
And you see what they said. Now this is what they're saying now.
I button and join the family. Woo! It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. We said we were going to take a break off YouTube and you guys didn't want to believe us. And we took a break.
But we are back and we are refreshed.
We are feeling refreshed, revived.
I'm sure you've all been just biting your nails going, where is the Ace family? Where is the Ace family? Well, first of all, they really haven't gone anywhere. Because if you look here on their YouTube page, they're not making videos every week, but they're still uploading plenty to YouTube. So I don't know what they're talking about with you guys must be wondering where we've been. Not really, because you've been here, you've been all over Snapchat, you've been now promoting Kick, so it's not like they've been like invisible for a bunch of months and we just have no idea. And and they made that whole documentary for Austin's last fight. So clearly they're not leaving YouTube. Right? And they're finally admitting it. But instead of saying, oh, we've decided not to completely leave YouTube, they're saying, oh, we're back from our break. Glad you guys missed us. You guys have been asking where we've been. Then they go on, though. It's kind of weird because like later in the video, they're like threatening again to leave YouTube. They can't make up their mind. And basically what they say is, oh, well, we haven't decided. It's up in the air.
Last year when we announced that we were taking a break, that we really wanted just to take this break to travel this year, which we are already doing. But as far as coming back on YouTube, I feel like we're kind of in the air right now. We don't really know how to answer that question. Like I said, everything's changed on here, and I kind of want to be in the place where I want to do this like idea, this whole body of content that I want to put out there. I just don't know what platform I want to do it now, so I'm kind of shipping what platform to go to. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We just don't know. We want to come back.
Catherine goes on to hint again that she's like got something in the works. Remember, God, I don't even remember how long it's been, but she said, oh, I'm going to start my own channel on YouTube and have my own content. Well, it sounds kind of like that's what she's alluding to again here. Enough with the like vagaries and the coy innuendo. It's like, what are you doing? Are you going to start finding your own channel? Are you leaving YouTube? What's going on? And they hint about looking at different platforms, and I'm sure that they're referencing Kick. God only knows how that's going to work out. I don't know what kind of a deal they've got with Kick, but come on, people. We all know they're not going to actually leave YouTube. This is like their bread and butter, okay? So even if they're not posting as often, they're still getting hundreds of thousands of views. There's no way they're turning their back on that money source. All right. Now, another interesting thing that they had to say was they're talking about their upcoming plans. And we all know they talked about the wedding. Remember last year for Ace Fest, if you bought the deluxe package ticket, you supposedly were going to get to come to their wedding. And they had made that promise, and they were talking about renting out the Met Stadium and all this stuff. And of course, that never came to fruition. Well, what we learned last year, back towards the end of the year, I covered in a video, they are getting sued by this guy who they partnered with for financing for the Social Gloves 2 event that happened last end of summer. Of course, the event didn't go the way it was supposed to be, and this guy's unhappy because they didn't give him back his money and they didn't make all this profit they were supposed to make, so of course he's suing them for breach of contract. Well, one of the interesting things I had pointed out, and I'm going to put up the clip of the actual contract they had with this guy here. You can see here in this paragraph that I had highlighted last year, where they basically signed away the rights to promote and produce and broadcast their wedding to this guy. So my question now is, if they have given this guy the right to broadcast their wedding, Catherine's talking about, oh, this wedding is going to be huge. This wedding's going to be huge. And this is what they said about it.
The wedding. So we keep going like back and forth on when we should do it. Every single time that we had plans to do it, it just didn't work out, whether it was like the pandemic or like certain things that happened.
We have big plans for this wedding. We don't want to do this wedding like on a low level.
No.
We want to take it here.
We want to take it like, we're trying to make it the biggest wedding ever. Like, I know the royals are like up there.
And we're like
God
this
bless
close
them,
to
but,
getting...
like, we want to have a really beautiful, massive ceremonial, like, everybody invited, like, you guys get to watch it.
We don't want to do this thing small and put it on YouTube.
I just feel like if you guys have been watching us and investing your time and loving us and supporting us for so many years, and I feel like you should be able to watch it live, just saying. So I want to make that like a big production. Like I said, I don't want it to be this business thing, but like, it kind of is, but it's not.
And I love the way she says, well, it's business, but no, it's not really. It's whoa, we're just going to reward you guys. We know you guys are just dying to watch live our wedding. Basically, with the slip of the tongue, making it clear that this is not going to be a free event, that this is going to probably be some kind of a pay-per-view event, I'm guessing. But the question is, how does that affect this contract that they made with this guy? This contract they're now getting sued over for breach of contract. Can they legally go off and make money on their wedding and broadcast their wedding and cut this guy out when they've got this clause in that agreement with him? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see how he reacts to this. But then they go on again, talk about this. In case you didn't see my last video, they're giving away Catherine's Tesla.
It's no secret that we've been doing giveaways for years. We've done giveaways in many different ways. One way has been giveaway cars. So usually what we do is we purchase the car, we make content on YouTube video, and then we surprise the person with the keys and all that, right? But this time around, because I am getting a new car, as you guys know on Snapchat, those who follow us on Snapchat, we're very active on there. I was showing you guys the other day that I was looking at cars, and so I was thinking about it because I am getting a new car, and because this car is still in such a great condition, it looks great, it works great, I was thinking about just giving it to one of you guys.
And all you have to do is like a million things. You know, you've got to download the Kick app, follow them on Kick. But then they go on to say there's no registration or purchase required. Well, one of the requirements is that you have to follow them on Kick. And in order to follow them on Kick, you're going to have to register to get an account. So this really smacks of all of the other times they were going to give away cars. And in fact, one of them was they were going to give away 3 Teslas. So it was basically the same kind of vagary. First of all, how are you tracking these entries? There's no entry. There's no like form. There's no thing to click on to put your information. And they don't really specify how they're going to select a winner. So I looked at the rules and the terms on the contest, and this is really going to blow your mind. Here is the terms. Okay, I'm going to put this up here. The first thing that jumped out at me is Ace Hat Collection is sponsoring this giveaway. So, you know, if they actually do give away this car, it's going to be a big write-off for them on their taxes. So they're not doing it out of the goodness of their heart. And I know they keep trying to make it sound like we want to do something for the people. Not really. They want to do something to give themselves some kind of a financial benefit, which is usually how the things with them work. Okay, but now here's another interesting part of this. Okay, you look down, you can see where they mention Instagram. Okay, this contest is not on Instagram. That, I believe, was how they did that last Tesla giveaway. This contest is on Kick. So they probably just like took these old terms from the last quote unquote giveaway and just slapped it up here without making any kind of modifications to it. So it's not Instagram. So right away, that is totally wrong and not valid. But then if you look down and it says, well, if you don't follow the terms and conditions, your entry is void. What entry? I read through this whole term. There is nothing that tells you what you have to do to register for this giveaway. There's nothing. There are no instructions other than what they verbally told you about downloading Kick. And how are they going to track who's downloaded Kick? Okay? How are they getting the entries, people? Again, I know I'm being cynical, but I'm sure a lot of you will agree with me. Big red flags going up, okay? So we'll have to see how this progresses, but I've got my skepticism out, and I'm sure a lot of you do too. Let me know down in the comments. What do you think about this? What do you think, first of all, about how they're spinning their departure from YouTube? What do you think about the fact that they are now again talking about this huge wedding, and how are they going to handle it? Okay, it sounds to me like it's going to be some kind of a money-making event. And then let me know what you think about the giveaway. Do you really believe it? Do you agree that how on earth are they tracking who's entered? How do they know that someone's entered? How do they know someone's done all of the things they said that they have to do? How do they get the information for the people, even if you are following them? How do they get your information to know, other than maybe a username? How do they get your information to know who's entered the contest? It just doesn't smell right. So you guys let me know down in the comments what you think and what your suspicions are, and if they're like mine, or am I just totally off base? I don't know. Let me know. So I want to thank Terry S., who bought me 5 coffees last week. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys know the cats have a wish list down below for Amazon. It's just cat stuff. The only thing that's ever for me is the buy me a coffee. So Terry, thank you so much for the coffees. I really appreciate it. I want to thank all of our Patreon patrons. Again, you guys, I cannot stress enough, and I know I say it all the time, thank you so much for your help. Thank you for your support. Amelie, my oldest cat, is here, and she's ready for bed, but she says thank you, and thank you for that support. And from the channel members, thank you for that support that helps with the monthly vet bills for these guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, look how sweet she is. She is the sweetest cat. But you guys, thank you for joining me. I'm launching my second channel this weekend, so be on the lookout. It's called Hollywood Compendium, and I'll tell you more about it this weekend when I put up another video, and I'll explain. And I hope a lot of you will come and subscribe and check it out. My first video should be live this weekend. But you guys, thanks for joining us. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.
Pretty please. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell. I get a treat for every new sub. Thank you.